Hey, good morning. Dually's fired up. It is a little bit before 5. We are headed out to the middle of Nevada to pick up one of my new trailers. And I'll tell you why I go to the middle of Nevada to buy trailers. Plus, we got a load of stuff to take to Grandma's house. We're gonna pick Grandma up, bring her back here. So let's go on and get with the day. It's gonna be a good day. We got about 4 hours to the trailer dealer and then another 100 miles to Grandma's after that. We are already out in the middle of the desert in Nevada, and the sun has finally joined us, beaming me right in the face. Well, we are headed to the trailer store in Winnemucca, Nevada. You guys have been following for a while. I already bought one trailer from this old boy before. There's a couple reasons why I go all the way out to the middle of the desert to buy trailers from this guy. First and foremost, he's close to my grandmother's house, so I get to go out there and visit with her. And this trip, I'm actually going to be bringing her back with me. We're going to take a ride in her old Dodge that I've been fixing up for the last long time. But David, the owner of the trailer store, when I talked to him originally, I got my diamond seed from him. I talked to him for a good hour when I placed the order, just talking trailers. He seemed like a good guy. Went out there, met him, bought the trailer. Definitely a good guy. You can talk to him all day long. He's just got so many stories, knowledge of the trailer business, this and that. But what really settled it for me was just the good character of a person he is when COVID first hit. Like I said, he's close to my grandmother's house. He reached out and he asked if they needed any assistance. If they needed supplies or this and that or whatever it was, he could go pick it up and drop it off at their doorstep so that they didn't have to go out and, risk contamination during the quarantine and all that mess. So right then and there, I was like, dang, this guy, not only does he have the best prices that I've experienced on his trailers, he's just an awesome, humble guy that is willing to help people out. So if you guys are in the market for a trailer, go to Winnemucca, Nevada, the trailer store, talk to David. He is super cool, but I'm headed there now. I got about 138 miles to go. I think I've done about that this morning. So let's get on with it and get to the store, check out this new trailer. And mind you, I just kind of gave him a couple specs. He pretty much built and spec'd out, picked this trailer out for me. I've seen it in photos, and it looks awesome. So let's get out there, let's get it, and let's drive safe. Look at the desert though, just desert. Well guys, I made it out here, Winnemucca trailer store. Inventory is kind of light right now. He's been moving a lot of trailers, but I just want to give some examples. So I sold my previous cargo trailer enclosed, a 16-footer, narrow, low ceiling. I sold it because my side-by-side wouldn't fit in there without taking the roof off, which is a pain. And I want to upgrade to a, like a 4-seater RZR sometime soon, not like very soon. So I expected kind of, a trailer like this, because I just called David and I told him what I wanted, and he was like, all right, I'll put in the order, and he made some stuff happen and got a little bit sooner than expected. But I expected something like this where you can, it's just a cargo trailer. There's nothing too, fancy about it. You can see waves and stuff down the side. Same thing with this one over here. I didn't know that there was such a thing as a fancy cargo trailer. But let's just take a look at mine. We'll get David out here. He's getting the keys for it. This thing is sharp. It's a Charmac brand. He upgraded the tires and wheels, the aluminums. It's simple. It's only a 7K rated trailer. You got brakes on front and back axle. But look down the side of this thing. Look at that. Look how freaking mint this is. Dude, I started the video off with one of those back there. This is David. You guys met him before.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Just going from one of those to looking over this one. Impressed. The seams, flawless. And there's the things on it that I didn't expect. Where it's got these little stabilizer jacks on the back in case you're loading up a big old unit. Your truck's not going to do a wheelie. My old trailer didn't have that. But it didn't come with one of those steps that pops out like a fancy truck when you open the door?
No.
Oh. Plenty of headroom. If you wear a hat in my old one, it would freaking, you'd clip it on a roof.
We're 84 inches on this one.
Dude, this is...
We did a 7-foot height on this one.
Wow. Got the light switch. We got, how many lights we got?
Just one light.
Just one light?
Surprisingly enough, that's more than enough. It's an LED light.
Okay.
It's not an incandescent, so it actually shines well enough to light this thing up. But you can do additional lights, but typically not necessary.
Spare tire included, or did you slap that?
That's an add-on. That's an add-on.
Okay.
Everything with trailers is typically add-ons.
Yeah.
This is a stealth car hauler is what this model is. So the things that are coming standard with it is going to be your 4-foot dovetail. You're going to have the 4 6,000-pound D-rings in the corners. But beyond that, besides the interior light, we're pretty much a standard interior on this thing with extra height.
Yeah.
1-piece aluminum roof, which go do that on one of those other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame.
The that Vino's, that opens up a lot of real estate right there.
Yeah, and it's a fairly inexpensive option. I mean, when we add that setup into it, that's you're not just more aerodynamic is one hell of a reason why you should do it. I mean, you're about a 15% fuel savings on that alone on a side-by-side comparison, the same rate.
On my old one, to put dirt bikes up here, what I did, well, I'm going to have the side by up here in the front and dirt bikes up the back on this one, but I put a board across the front, and then I was able to store all the camping chairs and all the, the little stuff that, is just awkward anyway, and that made a perfect spot for it, and you can put shelves or you can do, I don't know, cabinetry or something up there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Some spot that you wouldn't have had before, but well, let's hop out. You give me the rundown because...
Well, I want to say one more thing on this beast, and so this isn't product board, this is Dry Max.
Oh yeah.
It's engineered specifically for trailers. So when you sit there and you look at seams in the floor, everything is almost seamless as far as that goes. It's super smooth.
You can't even feel it with my fingernail.
Nope. It's engineered specifically for trailers. What's nice about it is it's not going to swell up with water. You can take a pressure washer inside this thing. Swell up.
How thick is it?
3/4. So same as what you're to be talking with plywood, and then you're 3/8 on this. So definitely you can hang some stuff onto it.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is follow your screw lines if you want to mount something to the wall. You're going to get right into a tube frame on that.
And then
It's the same as this.
the walls are made out of the same?
Same thing.
Oh wow, that's way
It's stout.
that's way stouter than my
It's
old
stout.
trailer was.
It's stout. And then of course, you can't probably see it in the camera, but this has actually got a pitch to it. It's a very small pitch, but it's perfect and it's well enough to shed snow or water. Which is awesome for a flat roof trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
Most of them do round roof because they build roofs out of cheesy material.
It's tall enough we ain't gonna see the roof though, so I ain't even
One
gonna.
piece aluminum roof.
The whole thing just.
That's a 1-piece aluminum roof. There's no seam in it. Which that means you're pretty much guaranteed not to see leaks or anything like that.
And like those trailers down there, you can see all the putty and stuff on them, and
You probably got a little bit of that, but you can't see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it on the ribs going across and everything, so they just, minused a bunch more potential spots where it could leak later on. But, so we upgraded, so we got some classier wheels.
We wanted to, well, it was all about weight and engineering and possibly looking better. But we did we did the aluminum wheels package. It was called a diamond package. And when we do that, we get the aluminum wheels out on the ground, and then with the V-nose, we get the polished stainless steel on the front of the nose. This comes standard as a leaf spring suspension, your 3,500 pound Dexter axles, so you're going to have a 5-year warranty on those. 3-year warranty on these tires. They're made by a company called Head. They have self-adjusting brakes. This thing's going to run and feel flawless from day one, which is, everything's adjusted perfectly. They don't mess around. Charmac is one of the founding members of the North American Trailer Manufacturers Association.
Which means their attention to detail is
sub to nobody.
Just, we'll look at the front and just come up here. Just how clean the neck is and everything up here. They put in the effort. That's all I can say. And then jump in right now and say this, because I ordered just a cargo trailer with low expectations, just as cargo trailers go, and not saying other cargo trailers are bad, but I did not expect to see one as clean, as classy as this is. And I just gave him the dimensions, the specs, the axles, what I wanted in V-nose, and he did not disappoint. I just want to jump that in there right now. This video is going to be kind of long, but I wanted to say that because outstanding. Charmac, continue the tour. It's not just the visual stuff. Crawl underneath there and it all holds the same standards. So when I called you and told you I just wanted a 20-foot V-nose trailer, he sends me a photo of it.
You expected that, and this is what we wanted to deliver.
Yeah.
We knew what you wanted. It's always hard to say, you know, a lot of people shop on price, and price is definitely a factor, but this wasn't so much more expensive that it's not worth it.
Yeah, no, because like I was telling him, when I sold my trailer, and I almost got exactly what I paid for it 4 years later. And I mean, it was in pretty damn good shape, but it was 16, narrow, low roof, same axles and stuff, but there wasn't anything fancy about it. It looked kind of like those other ones. And so I was like, I'll get, you know, aim for half of what the new trailer costs, and called David, and I expected one of those jokers back there. Then he sends me the photo the other day when he got it, and yeah, mind blown, because I didn't even know they made them this clean.
One of the things about cargo trailers, if you're out looking for a cargo trailers have the opportunity utility trailers don't have. These guys have the opportunity to hide things and make things poorly, hiding behind powder-coated pre-finished aluminum skins. It's important to know, you know, what's on the inside just as the outside if you want to get touchy-feely with trailers. Yeah.
Looking on this one, it's like they did too much work on the outside to imagine the inside's going to have any kind of
that's why it takes
issue.
On the average, it takes 12 weeks to get a trailer. And when I'm sitting there tracking this trailer, part of the problem is I can sit there and watch it, and it sits in the finish shop for 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to get through the finish shop. That's why you see what you get. Which, like I said, is nothing short.
It's all, you can't see any extra stuff sticking down like other trailers I've seen.
Yeah.
Just clean. So this thing is going to be able to fit the 4-seater RZR I want to get. And turns out, David, he knows plenty of people in town here. He knows people at the...
Well, surprisingly enough, yeah, we work with the local motorcycle shop here, Sonoma Cycle. And when we do that, so we have a lot of customers. We do pretty well with sharing our customers. So they have customers that are out buying a new setup altogether. They might not have a trailer. They might not have anything. They're just starting out fresh. And a lot of times what we're able to do is finance it in one package. So they're able to get the trailer, the RZR, everything, all one deal. So instead of having 6 payments, and a lot of times what happens is...
Wait a second. What's financing? No, I was kidding.
Well, a lot of times what happens to people is they go out and finance a new RZR and say they're financing $25,000 just for a number. The problem is when they take on that new loan, they're not able to go to another place and finance that other piece because all of a sudden they have a new outstanding debt they haven't paid a note towards. Like, drops your credit for about, 90 to 120 days. Well, you want it now.
So if you can get it all in one clean
sweep. But if you can
sweep.
do it on one, you can do it in one payment. And they're still willing to finance it all, but not two separately.
Yeah.
Earlier we were talking about it. It's almost like a refrigerator door. It almost feels like it seals. And if we step inside this thing with the door closed, we're not going to see daylight coming through random spots. That's another thing that you might find on something else.
Yeah.
LED lights all the way through. There's not one that's short. Greasable hinges for your door.
We do got there is vents. There is, what'd you call them? Like,
these are flow-through vents.
Flow-through vents, so it's not a sealed unit that you're not going to have moisture in there that's not going to escape.
Well, it's not always just moisture, so that's certain areas that they do that. So we're pretty dry out here. So if you got gas cans in it, that's typically the common thing.
Yeah.
And those gas fumes, I've actually seen the roofs of these things blow out because it'll ignite.
Oh.
You know, because it's just gas fumes. So if they seal well enough, you just got yourself one, and it's going to go through the weak point, which is the roof. And
Yeah.
it blows the roof out, which is awesome.
Did you not put trailer store sticker on this thing?
We can.
You better put it on there.
We'll get it out.
You gosh dang.
It is, but they do a nice job with it.
That's a nice touch. Those jacks back there, I did not expect that. And like you were saying, when those are up, if you get in a weird spot, those are going to be little skidders.
A lot of times what happens is this piece typically overhangs just a hair, and you actually round that off tenfold. So, and that one's up. You can see it's just hanging just right below the line of the trailer.
You got it. This is the higher stance, right? Trailer?
You know what, we did that. So this being a stealth car hauler.
Yeah.
And what when you said, David, I want to put my side-by-side in it and things like that, you're right. This trailer typically sits 4 inches lower to the ground. So it's going to have a drop axle. And we don't do that too much around here because most of our customers are going to take a little bit off the dirt road, things like that, beaten path. If you have a low-profile car, ordering a standard axle, not even worrying about it, that's something. But, you know, when you talk about things, we try to listen, make sure you're getting what you're expecting. So yeah, this trailer's sitting 4 inches higher than what would be a standard. I'm
blown away, not just trying to blow smoke, but just literally, I did not expect it at all like this, because I just trusted your judgment, told you the standards, or not the standards, but like the specs that I wanted, and freaking boom. I'm glad you didn't order me a different brand.
Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of them. And even so, like this door is well balanced. The springs are tensioned just perfectly.
Oh, look at
so
that.
if I let go, it's not going to just want to slam back. It's not going to want to fall down. It's going to hang tight. So in pushing it up, it's almost effortless. And you can almost hear it like seal and...
That's completely different than my old trailer. You know, you had to walk it all the way down, and then you had to flip the board, because then when it was flipped up, you had to hold on to it, or else it would just slam.
So this trailer, you know, and anybody that's out looking for a trailer, what's going to surprise most people about this trailer, this is their entry level.
Oh, shit.
This is the entry level trailer. They do higher ends. They do the Legend, which is their next step up. And going to a Legend car hauler, you're going to upgrade to like torsion suspension and a handful of little things. The stealth car hauler, best value. What you're paying for, what you're getting.
Well, what I would have paid for a different brand locally, you got me this nice trailer for a very competitive price.
Yeah, people are going to compliment you on it when they see it too.
Yeah.
You stop at a gas station, they're going to go, man, that's a nice trailer.
You know, that's funny because Arthur bought a new Ram 3500 the other day, brand new one.
Yeah.
But he'd been towing his fancy Diamond C that cost twice what his Ford cost.
Yeah.
Everybody's like compliments his trailer all the time, but nobody ever said anything about his truck. He's like, what about the truck? They're like, I don't care. The trailer looks good.
They do frameless windows, which look awesome if you want windows.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. Damn. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Next trailer.
You know,
2 years. I was kidding. Yeah.
Every person that's ever ordered one sight unseen goes, oh, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Or that's better than what I was expecting.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no rivets or no screws or whatever sticking out.
No,
you know?
No, they don't half-ass anything. Their finish shop, like I said, it takes about 2 weeks to go through the finish shop, and their quality control is not... He's the most hated person there.
Yeah. It didn't take that long, really. I mean, for ordering...
12 weeks out.
Yeah.
It's about a 12-week run.
It seemed like it took forever, but then it snuck up.
Yeah, it does. But, you know, it's always worth... Patience is a virtue. It's always worth getting what you want.
Yeah.
Than like settling, you know, and that's been 2020's been a year for a lot of people settling because the industry demand has been through the roof, and you can't sit there and say like, oh, you know what, I'll take it. Sometimes people go higher end than what they want, and other times people just like, you know what, I suck it up and use this because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's always smart to be like a little bit more patient. Say, you know what, I'm gonna wait for the right thing and get what I want.
Yeah. Oh shoot, this will work for me. We'll go ahead and hook it up to the truck and drop the thing, but I want to do a video on this trailer I spec'd out a while back and never bought, so we'll make a different film with that one. But
yeah, let's hook it up and see if we can put your pickup truck on this ramp door and see if we bend it.
Shit.
It's rated for 6,000 pounds. We should be good.
I ain't gonna try it.
Right. You know, if you want to get a...
Well, it matches.
Air tightness of what we got in here. Said more than enough light, but if we...
Holy Holy
You see any light coming?
No.
Well, on the top of the ramp, barely.
Yeah, it's it usually seals that side.
Nothing in comparison.
Hey guys, let's go ahead and, I mean, you already got a pretty good tour of this thing, but I want to go over my plans, why I got this rig. You know, the dealer stuff was, it's all good. I enjoy those informational videos like that, so I hope you guys did as well. That was a different video when I picked this thing up, but we made it to Grandma's place, and I'm going to be staying here tonight. I'm going to stay in this trailer. Now, the reason I got this trailer is because I had my old one, stored dirt bikes. We used to go to the track a lot, and as I get older, I want to bring the side by with me, and I want to get a Razor later on, a 4-seater, but it wouldn't fit in my old trailer, so I sold that one. It covered half the price in the new one, thankfully, and yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and try getting this thing set up with all my stuff in it tonight, and then we're going to go have dinner with the guy I bought the trailer from and his family. Grandma's going to go. Come on, man. How do you get this in there? There we go. One of these ways. Got my little air compressor jump box with an inverter on it. Turn that around. Let that thing air up. Just got a single cot. Pop her up. Nice and simple. Now, the reason why I went with this rather than a, you know, like a real toy hauler, you know, with the living quarters up front is, I think this suits my you know, needs a little better, because this thing is going to be storing stuff a lot more than I'm going to be taking it places. And so, plus if we're moving, you know, family member or whatever, this thing is a U-Haul, and I like these a lot better, and they're not nearly as expensive as a living quarters outfit. My old trailer was 4 feet shorter, more than a foot narrower, probably like 20 inches narrower in the ceiling. That was the problem before, because the ceiling, 6 feet right here, I would be clipping my head on the old one, and that was just, it was no good. I had to take the side by apart to get it in here. It was a pain. Maybe not want to take the side by on camping trips, and the place where we go desert riding, the campground's got showers and all the amenities and stuff like that, so you just bring a barbecue and you know, ice chest, and you're good to go. If you did going camping, you don't really need a shower, you jump in a creek or something. Oh, this is so much nicer than my old one. So much more room. You can sleep 4 in my old one kind of comfortably, but you're like pretty packed. This one, I think you could get like 5 in here now. I'm just kidding. Let's go, let's explore Grandma's place real quick. Got ourselves a golf cart. I'm gonna go in reverse. Alright, so this is my grandma's place out in the middle of the desert. Some of you guys actually know where this is at. Funny, some of you actually knew about Grandma's truck sitting here in the field for years, and I think somebody even said they stopped in here and tried to buy it, or a couple people did. She was like, nope. But where did this come from? There's a dog? I didn't even know about a dog. Not such a funny thought, but random. That dog had actually been missing since the morning before. Nobody had seen it, and it was just palling around following me. And Grandma tried to call it over because she knew the circumstance with the dog being missing from somebody camping across the highway or the interstate. And it ran off, and they still didn't really find it. So it's pretty sad, but it was following me around. I didn't know it was even missing. I could have totally grabbed it. Not informed is what I was. I hope they find it. Hope the owner finds that dog. They were pretty worried. But you guys remember Grandma's truck used to sit right down here by this old truck. Here, it's not too far from a pretty big mine, so they thought it was a good idea to open up a trailer park right here for all the travel and work and stuff, because in town it's pretty expensive. But you know, if you're not planning on living here, just go buy yourself a trailer and rent a spot in a trailer park. I think for the most part it's done them all right. It hasn't been terrible for them, but they just I don't know, so many hoops you got to jump through, it seems like, to do anything in this friggin' world. But yeah, Grandma's truck is parked right there. You can still see where it was lying. Oh, look at that, her old battery is still there. I didn't even pick that thing up. That's a good core for somebody. It's so nice having a quiet, freaking effortless ride to zip around town or around the property. I guess you can go to town with it depending on what kind of a outfit you live in. But yeah, Interstate 80's right there. In the prime location. My piece of property is like over 3 mountains up there. I got 80 acres out in the middle of nowhere out there. I was going to work at the mine when I got out of Wyotech and build a little cabin. You guys might actually see the cabin I built to potentially go out there, I'm gonna have to move it in the near future, probably down to my place, because that plan fell through. But I built a decent little cabin, and I wanted to move out there to my piece of property, which is like probably like an hour and some odd minute drive to where I'd be working at the mine. That plan fell through. I'm kind of glad it did, because I make a lot more money now and I'm a lot happier. So anyway, so here's the train tracks. We gotta get buck through here. It gets a little hard on the unit going through that gravel. Already did a zip out here once. There's a couple spikes coming out of it. Right there. But yeah, so they got this trailer park over here. They had a store and everything over here. Did all right, but you know, stuff takes time. Stuff takes effort. I think. Dang, I don't think I want to go down this one. Driving over this. There's a knockoff first gen. What I mean by a knockoff first gen is I ain't got no Cummins in it. So unless it's got a Cummins in it, it ain't no first gen. That's just a Dodge pickup. All right, boys, get it right. Over here, that'd be a first gen right there. You guys seen it before last time I was out here. Oh, VE 12 valver. I think he paid $1,500 for this truck. I mean, it is a two-wheel driver, but who cares? $1,500 for a daily driver? I'd be a fan of it. Not bad at all. Said it's got some overheating issues. They took it to Cummins a while back and they didn't really mend anything, and still they just spent a bunch of money. If you go to Cummins, they, you know, and I'm like, I'm here, why didn't you just have me work on it? Or I could have towed it home with a diamond last time, fixed it properly, I'll charge him a dime. That's Grandma's husband's rig though. All right, let's go back down here. I gotta park this trailer, we're gonna go to dinner. In the desert, come on. We're departing Grandma's house and Jeff's house. He's fixing to clear this place with his feet. Yeah, easy. I'm filming, Jeff. Easy. I wanted Grandma to drive when I came and picked up her truck, just so she could see what the newer trucks feel like. But now I got a trailer back there. But you guys have seen Grandma's truck, that old 97 12 valve I've been working on.
Wouldn't that do good? Just take a picture of me in here and I quit.
No, you're gonna drive it out of here. I'm gonna get a film of it, but. Well, boys, made it home. I almost think that truck could fit in there, but I didn't buy it for that, and I didn't buy it to fit a truck at any point. I got other trailers for that. Bought this thing, well, to match this truck. But to go on camping trips and to haul stuff is so much easier to have a rig that you can just drive the stuff into. Even if it's only 2 dirt bikes, it's so much easier than put them in the truck, throwing all your stuff in there. Fit all the camping gear, fit side by. Taylor's going to demonstrate how well it fits. So nice how much it's so nice how much better that fits in there compared to that last trailer. Last trailer, she couldn't just climb out the sides because there would have been a wall 8-9 inches in on each side, because it wasn't, the walls weren't past the fenders like this one is. That's so nice. Plus you got loads of room up front. There's just stuff up there. That's why she didn't pull it in all the way. But we could fit 2 of those in there, or a couple dirt bikes and a 4-seater rig. But camping trips are going to be fun now. Adios, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go check out David at the trailer store, Winnemucca. Awesome deals, awesome dude. I like that outfit. I'll see him in another month for another trailer. See ya.